Good morning to you all. Today we will be discussing about life cycle of civil engineering projects. This is a subtopic in project management that is Institute elective for BE semester H7. Here what we study, what is the meaning of life cycle, what are the different stages by which the engineering project will undergo when it gets completed from the inception stage. Here you can see in the slide an idea how this idea is being converted to a reality. See, the figure shows an idea is being converted into a reality. That means this idea, a project idea, is being converted into reality. So what are the following steps we've taken care? Here you can see civil engineering project starts with an idea. A lot of requirements are there to fulfill the demands and will provide the basic amenities to the citizen by the state. The project ends with the infrastructure of facilities, recreational amenities, industrial plants in operation as a reality. The major steps through which a project will undergo during the project life cycle you can classify into 6 numbers, 6 phases. Number 1, conceptual and feasibility study. Number 2, engineering design. Number 3, contracting and procurement. Number 4, construction. Number 5, commissioning of project startup and implementation. And number 6, utilization and maintenance. So you can see the steps. It is being picturized in a bar chart. Say from the starting, conceptual and the feasibility studies, and the last activity, the utilization. So these are the different phases through which a project has to pass through, and all together we call it as a project life cycle. Coming to the first point, it is about the conceptual and feasibility study. What we do in this first stage, the ideas are generated by individuals or group of people. And the following important points are carried out to establish the viability of the project. So the idea we are trying to convert into a reality. Number 1, conceptual development of the model and its studies. That means based upon the idea we are making a model. 2, we do a technical and economical feasibility study, whether it is technically viable and economically viable. That what is the feasibility for it. Number 3, it's regarding the environmental impact assessment that we have seen number of times. What is the environmental impact because of this project? And 4, the social impact assessment. So what kind of changes are going to be there? How it is going to be socially acceptable and it is going to be applicable. Number 5, land and geological survey. Very important part as far as civil engineering is concerned. Yes, we should know where exactly we are going to and what is the location of the project. And the last, enumeration of major problems in translating the project into reliability. We should identify what are going to be the risks that is going to be there, what are going to be the problems which are going to come during the process. An example, suppose a state highway is crossing the railway line. The idea is to construct a flyover. This is stipulated in a small district level town. Here the project is the construction of the flyover. So in this phase, the following points, that is in the first point, based upon the level of traffic, the basic model of the flyover is prepared. That is the model preparation with respect to width of the flyover, the length of the flyover, and the approach roads required. The cost of construction is roughly estimated and the source of money is discussed. Usually from our previous projects, we will be able to identify what can be the probable cost. Estimation is going to be done and also how the fund can be collected. It is necessary to have a flyover now. This point is studied with regard to the level of traffic on the road as well as on the railway line. If the traffic load is low, the project may be discarded based on the cost benefit analysis. And then also how to relocate any power line coming in the construction in case if there are going to be power lines are there, and also wherever we are going to construct the preliminary soil investigation. So these are the things to be carried out. These points basically come under the conceptual model and technical and educational studies. Environmental project assessment is not very important for this in this project because it is not going to affect the people who are going to be there. But a thorough study of the environmental project impact has also to be carried out for the construction of dam, nuclear plant, etc. etc. Definitely that is going to be there. In our country, many of the big dams such as Narmada, Tehri Dam has been delayed due to the object of environmental impact. So what is the outcome of the study? What we do is a report dealing with the investigation and the studies concerning the problems to be encountered and its solution that will be there. The second point, it is regarding the engineering design. So design of the project, you can have a preliminary design and a detailed design. In the preliminary design, the stage involves primarily the studies of various design alternative, economic comparative studies and an architectural aspect. Also, in the stage, a detailed field investigation such as soil testing, geological, hydrological data collection, market survey, etc. are carried out. And in the detailed design, very important one, in this stage the project is broken down into components. That means a real work breakdown structure is being prepared and each of the elements are analyzed and designated such that the engineer renders the expedited drawings and specification which is used for construction. So outcome is going to be the drawings of the structures and facilities are constructed, specifications of component to be employed which contain the detailed description of the amenities are also constructed. The third point regarding the contracting and procurement. In this stage, the bill of quantities are prepared and the final cost is also estimated. As a civil engineer, we know the importance of bill of quantity. That means the actual work in all these items are being worked out by a quantity survey, and then the project has to be executed according to the drawings and the specification. As we know, civil engineering is working based upon the drawings and specification. So third point is about the contracting and procurement. The fourth stage is about the construction stage. The most important phase of the civil engineering project where the major portion of the money is invested. If the project is about 3 years time, you can see almost 2 years and 10 months, it is the project construction phase. Actual construction happens in this phase. The project is realized in the real world. From nothing is a big structure is being constructed. A new product is being developed. The main work involved during the construction is to answer the following. How to do a particular construction. That means we are talking about what is the method we are going to implement. How to organize labor and equipments. That means labor and equipment management. How to manage materials for construction. We are talking about the materials management. How to break down the overall work into small identifiable activity, that means work breakdown structure, construction planning. How to calculate the time and resources required to complete the activity. Yes, it is regarding the construction scheduling, and also distribute the labor and equipment, that is resource allocation, which we have seen already. And how to prepare the bill of quantity, that is money invested, that is about the construction finance. How to confirm the construction according to the specification, that is regarding the quality of conformance. How to implement the safety to be taken, that is about the construction safety. And how to organize the different personnels or the company involved in the construction and define the relations among them. You can see all related to construction organizational management, construction supervision, and methods of reporting. Fifth point is regarding the commissioning of the project. The aim of this phase is to check that the project has been carried out according to the contract document. That means we don't expect any deviation from whatever contract agreements are going to be there. All the facilities developed should function properly as envisaged in the design. Check if each component is functioning according to the design and function. Check if the entire system is functioning according to the desired, and also to remove any defect if during the construction which is happening. And you can see that during this phase the dream is coming to a reality stage. This is one of the main stage in the bigger projects such as power plant, industrial project, dam, etc. The commissioning in large project is carried out in several stages, and then the complete system is tested. Testing of components are generally carried out during this construction phase. And the last phase, that is about the utilization and maintenance. The basic infrastructure facilities created should be utilized to its fullest capacity. Regular repair of the part getting damaged has to be checked and accomplished. And this stage has become very important stage in dealing with the project when we talk about the life cycle cost of the project. So what we can see during the 6 phases, that is from the concept, design, construction, and then the last utilization and maintenance. These all phases together we call it as the project life cycle. I hope you will have an idea about what you understand by project life cycle. Thank you very much.